This is the FRK. It's the new model I put out with Dan Man. So the story on this board is I made some boards with Dan Man. I rode the squash tail and it felt okay. So I never tried the two round tails that he made me. They were in my storage for 2 years. And then a buddy of mine, Dave Spear, I let him borrow one day at Lowers. And he's a little lighter than me and he said, I think you should try it. It feels a little bit big for me. I jumped on it and first wave, it felt like the best small board I'd had in a few years. It's two of them sitting there for 2 years. First wave, I stood up, did a bottom turn off the top and I was like, what have I been doing? This one felt amazing. It feels super good.
Hi everyone, welcome to the first ever KS Boardriders Awards. We've never done this before. During the past 2 years, everyone's kind of been locked down. Yeah, it's been quite tough, huh? It's difficult because the waves are different.
Yeah, there's so many entries, so that's why it's quite difficult to get the right one.
And the camera angle kind of makes it different. If the angle was all the same, it could be easier to judge. It's coming from the water, from farther away, from closer, so it's really hard to judge. But this is really good what you guys did because it made everyone excited again.
Yep.
Like there's something to look forward to.
Yep.
Like I remember I just going online and checking, oh, what's the next entry? What's the next entry? So every day I wake up and just check my phone and see who has the new entry. So it got everyone excited again. So it's really good.
Yeah, awesome. It brings, I guess, everyone in different parts of the country sort of together and we can see different athletes.
Yeah. Plus the level of surfing is just going to go up.
Yeah. So we have four categories. The first one is toes on the nose for women's. The second is toes on the nose for men's. The third is air of the season. And the final one, I think the hardest one to judge, is the wave of the season. So looking for the biggest barrel. So we have the four categories. The judging criteria, number one is choice of wave. And I think that's very similar with the PSCT. Yeah, choice of wave. Number two is style. Number three is like maneuver. And the fourth one is overall heaviness. So what we're really looking for is how heavy is the wave, like how heavy is the maneuver. So first category is the toes on the nose wahine. I think, Gab, you've got the entrance for us to check out if you'd like to play them. Okay, and then... Okay, so that's the women's entry. We decided to add that after. Next year we're also going to look at adding a few more categories, maybe best wipeout, and maybe like best scrum. So we'll add a few more categories. So we add the wahine category. We will announce two winners. So second place is Mikee. So Mikee is second place in that one. Yeah, Mikee Ramos is second. And first place, I think it was like triple overhead I guess it's always triple overhead. So Daisy wins first place for the women's category. Congratulations. So I guess that one was a bit easier. Yeah. We didn't have so many entries, but we did add that after. So let's look at the next category. There's quite a few more. I guess most of them are coming from La Union.
Longboard, yeah.
So hopefully next time we can have some more entries from all over the Philippines. So let's check out Toes on the Nose men's category. Okay, so that was the men's toes in the nose. There was quite a lot of entries. The winner of this will be taking an ECS longboard.
Wow.
Pretty sick prize. And the photographer actually takes a gift pack.
Oh, wow.
With a heap of goodies from all our sponsors. So pretty sick prizes. A lot of entries. I think most of them came from LU. No, I think only LU.
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That was from, I think, between October and Feb.
Okay.
In non-stop waves. I think one time we counted like 56 days of surf. Wow, it's crazy. Wow. That's why you see all of the entries are from LU.
Yeah. And I think about half of them was from JR, no?
Yeah.
And how was this to judge? Was this like difficult, or what did you feel about this one, Manette?
It's quite difficult.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why? Like what's the
Because
difficult
they're
part?
all classic. You know, the doy longboard like a classic mold, and the part is they're all good longboarders. It's really hard to judge, but we know we were looking for the best one, so we found two good ones there.
Yeah.
I think it came down to like all of them can nose ride.
Yeah.
The technicality when they come to the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Like some they do the kick, some they turn around. So I mean everyone can do a hand 5 and a hand 10, but once they're on the nose, how technical can they get?
So that's more points if you turn around and do
Extra
the
points.
kick, or extra points.
Extra
Pushes
points.
you up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some great surfers, and it's really cool to see like the different talent that's coming out. I guess everyone can see there is some fantastic surfers. I really love Rico's style, and is it Nardez?
And Gennard.
Jenna? Oh wow, super stylish. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess it's time to award the winner of this division. So second place. We'll start with second, and we will give a prize for second. Second place goes to number 7, Jomarie. So awesome stuff. Okay. So first place, I don't think that was too hard. It was just hard to choose which one of first place. So
Which one of his way? Because we have so many entry of them.
yeah. So I guess you know, it's easy to tell that one. So JR, first place, well done. So you'll be taking an ECS board. We'll be reaching out to you, checking what size you want, and this is his trophy. So
No, because he's not here, the videographer gets the board.
yeah, I think it does. And I did see here Luke did not choose himself at all, but you also win a gift pack. So congrats. So
Thanks, guys.
I hope next year, you know, more people can get out and get their video out, and it's also great for analysis. Yeah, I guess when you're doing analysis, you guys get the video out and check it.
Everyone,
Yeah.
So they can compare each other and
Yeah,
how their style.
and how to improve and
It's good for the whole Philippines,
yeah,
So many wonders now.
awesome.
That's what's good also is all the like younger kids joining, the ones who are thinking of joining the national comps, they can see what level it is already.
Yeah,
So even from home, they can see like, oh, I need to try this to be at the top.
yeah, cool. I think next year we'll definitely add like a grommet division,
Yeah.
so we can see the kids sort of come up. Through COVID, also there's been a lot more surfers, and I think the whole world's actually seen more surfers during COVID. People have more time, and you know they're getting out more, and you know,
I think it's a good idea also, this kind of event.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Gets people involved and more into surfing in the Philippines. There's a lot of good surf spots too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
7,000 plus islands.
a lot of surf spots. Okay, so I guess we're getting down to the shortboard division. So I think for this division we might get Rusta in. We need to swap out Manette because Pisso's in this division, so you're not allowed to judge. Your brother's in. So
Bronson here.
We give it to Mike.
so this one you get to keep, or maybe you can take back to JR. Yeah, sweet. And we do have one for the photographer as well. So coming up to the next division, we have the Air of the Season. So Air of the Season, we didn't have so many entries. I think it's really hard to get air of the season, like to capture it. You've got to really be ready or out filming the whole time. We'll play the video and then let's check out air of the season. So let's check it out. Okay. All right. Excellent. So that was really cool. It's really good to see people pushing it. You know, aerials are hard. I keep trying and I fall on my face. I can never land them. So yeah, they're pretty tricky. I would have liked to have seen more. I don't know where Eduardo was, but he's definitely busting out some massive airs. So hopefully next year we can see some entries. I think he needs a new board. So the winner of this division will get a Firewire. We'll reach out to them and ask for their dimensions and get the right size for them. So what did you guys think about judging this one? How was it?
This was one of the hardest ones, for sure.
Yeah.
Just a lot of different approach and different kinds of waves. Surf during when they're doing the maneuver. So some were done in hollow reef and some were done in beach breaks. So yeah, so a lot of components have to be considered there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I guess that kind of, with that as well, it changes the way that you sort of maneuver and the punch in the wave. So hitting that lip, I guess, changes if it's like reef break or a sandy hollow break. So it's really cool to see everyone pushing it. I guess airs are tricky in a competition though. Like if you don't land it, you don't get the points, right?
Yeah.
So
it depends on how they land, maybe at the back of the wave or in the front of the wave or in the,
okay.
like, the right motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, during in the BSCP nights when someone does an air, it takes us a while to put our scores in because the judges have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to judge.
Yeah.
Compared to cars or barrels, you know, there's more stuff that most of the judges can do. When it comes to aerials,
And Rusta, you sit on the judging panel at the PSCT?
I was behind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big boss.
he's the priority.
The priority judge.
Yeah. So with this one, what do you think about the aerials?
This is one of the hardest
Yeah.
aerial to score.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Very
it.
tricky.
Yeah.
So
They were good.
they're all very good. I think one stood out though. We'll start with second place. So second place, really awesome to see. Neil, number 3. So the winner of the second place is Neil Sanchez. In Belair. So that's great. I want to see more of Belair, yeah? I actually haven't been to Belair myself, but looks like some awesome waves there.
A lot of kids are ripping there now.
Yeah. Awesome. And I guess first place, it wasn't the best video quality, but we won't give him a low score for the video quality, but
That was taken from his TikTok.
I think it was taken halfway through TikTok. So Gabriel with his cell phone has won, I think, is it 25,000 worth of prizes? So he takes a huge. Is it Irene? How much is the prizes for the photographer? 25,000 worth of merchandise. So it's a massive prize. The surfer gets a board, and we do have the winner here. So the winner, maybe we can ask the winner to step up. Mr. Philmar Alipayo, the winner of Air of the Season. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, I don't know how to talk. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Here is your award,
Yes.
Air of the Season. So, did you plan this, or like was it set up? Did you say, "Hey, Gab, get your TikTok phone ready," or
No.
what was the plan?
No, I didn't even know that someone was in the tower taking a video.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that what Gab was there.
Surprising, huh?
When I made it, I just told myself, I wish someone was there.
Awesome.
How many times have you landed something like that?
A lot of times, not all the time.
Yeah.
Please don't do that in the PSCT because it's gonna be hard for us to do that.
I will.
And what is that? what do you call that flip? Is it a rodeo, or is it a?
Is there rodeo, no?
It's a rodeo.
Because you were looking at it and saying that, but because there's two ways to do it, yeah.
I thought it was like a sushi roll.
Backflip, it's mainly just flip on the wheel when it's turning or rotating.
So you flip and then you also do a 360. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. I think Gab did well too to get that on the time. So congratulations to Philmar.
Thank you.
You're the winner of the Air of the Season, and we'll be in touch about your new board. Wow, how to be you, Paul. Awesome. So I guess this takes us down to the final category. The final category was definitely the hardest. We had to look at it several times. I think we all had to discuss, the different elements, and then look at the judging. So the judging is the wave selection, but it's also the overall heaviness, and especially for this category, yeah. So this was definitely very hard. We want to see people go big. So it's a little bit different, I guess, because it's from September 1 till April 1. Next year we might make it till May 1 because the last few weeks has been pumping all over the Philippines. So maybe next year we'll extend it a little bit. But I think the hardest thing was the size of the wave and how long they were getting barreled, and it was a very difficult one to judge. So let's check out the video and see who won it. So here we go with the wave of the season. Okay, so wave of the season. There was a lot of entries, so the video that you've seen is just the top 5. We broke it down to the top 5. I guess there was 4 waves that were pretty heavy, quite difficult to judge. It came down to Pisso's wave at Cloud 9, Philmar's wave in Tuason, Elvis Legaspi in Gandawali, and the final one was Wimar's in Pacifico. Yeah, so really difficult. I guess Gandawali has had it hard this year with that typhoon that ripped through, so it's been really tough. I think they were having a great season until that happened. What are your thoughts on this one? I know it was really hard to judge.
We had to look at the footage again 2 hours before this. To double check all the entries. So it's kind of interesting because there were entries that it was slabbing, and then there were entries that they would get barrel just on the top. There were entries that would spit twice.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of discussions within the judges.
Yeah, quite tricky, huh?
Yeah.
Some were long, some were big, but then, like you said, like at the top, Wimar's was kind of at the top, and then Philmar, I think, was below sea level, and got spat out. So it was really tricky to judge this one. I think we finally came to a decision. Second place, I guess I'll announce second place first. So second place for this, you will get a prize, but you won't get a board. Second place for this one goes to this. Oh, this is for first place, so not for second place. But second place is Philmar Alipayo in Tuason. Sorry, you didn't quite make first. It was very tough. Well done. So it was quite a tough one. First place, though, it really came down in the end, the length of the ride. Size was very good as well. But I think if you make a barrel and you get spat out twice, I think you win that award. Correct? So the winner of this award, maybe we can find someone from the audience to come and collect the award on their behalf because they're not here. But it goes to Elvis Legaspi in Gandawali. So maybe Marama, you can come and accept his award for him. Come up.
Elvis is from Zambales, no? Elvis from Zambales, diba? Zambales. Right? Zambales. But this for me?
He's in Gandawali. Unfortunately, Marama didn't make it. Oh, yeah, baby.
Elvis from Zambales, no? He's from Zambales.
Yeah.
Elvis rin sa Zambales.
So Marama's back.
Yay!
Yeah.
Back to work.
But unfortunately, you didn't get to go in the comp.
Nah, but
As
good.
Elvis.
But you can accept this for Elvis and give it to his behalf.
That's
So,
Elvis.
so Elvis is your award. Congratulations, you win a Firewire board. We'll be reaching out to you. And the videographer, I haven't got it written down here though. I didn't see who.
Took the video.
Cabela. Okay, sick. So we'll also be sending out some prizes. So yeah, I think it was a good first year. We'll definitely improve next year. Maybe next year you can join.
I'll be joining.
Or hopefully for others you're in Australia, so you don't join. So, yeah. Anything else? Anything else you'd like to add? Or
Yeah, can't wait for the next one.
yeah. So we'll do it again next year, and I guess that wraps up the comp for this year.
Add more,
We just
add a few more divisions in there.
yeah, we'll add a few more divisions. Definitely best wipeout.
Ayun, there will be more, ano,
Yeah. Good to
Longest
see.
wave.
participants, no?
Longest wave from it. Yeah, we'll keep this going every year, and it's also about the brands that are getting in. There's more and more brands in the Philippines, and the good thing is all these local brands are supporting the athletes. So it's great to see Reefside, Guapitos, ECS, Firewire, Sisstr, Organic Wax, Vissla, Kudo Surf, Loose Tees, and Sea Movement. Thank you very much for your donations for the prizes and supporting all the athletes. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And I guess it's time to drink some beers and eat some food. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Kudo Surf.
Thank you. We'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, Mike. Thank you for the
There you go. Yeah, hand it over. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Righto H, we've got the 2021 version of the Chungu log. This is our second season we've been doing this board, and we made some refinements at the end of last year after working with yourself and some of the boys in the Philippines, and mate, it's been a very, very fun board.
Yeah, well basically what we did is we reduced the nose rocker a bit, so I made it a little bit flatter and a little bit wider as well.
Yep.
Which just really helps, I find, the nose riding, having that flatter nose, but we still kept the tail rocker.
That's right.
Which holds the board in, but just making that nose a little bit wider, just have a bit more area of the nose, and a little bit flatter as well, just for a bit more trimming speed. And yeah, I found it goes unreal. Like it's this shape is my favourite shape of longboard. This pig shape with the wider hips, the narrower nose. I think they work the best in just all conditions, really.
100%. No, so mate, from when I was surfing back in over in Chungu, that was what was inspired from a couple of old pigs that I was riding over there, and I was just inspired by the way they had those beveled rails, which was what we've done here, and the single entry concave that flows right through to the middle, and I found, it being a little bit bigger as well, I was able to, just with those concaves and that bevel, it was allowing me to be up on the nose a lot easier than some of the other ones. So, but it is, when you're right with that hip and the tail, no rougher does. The minute you step back onto it, those drop knee turns, the board just turns straight around. So it is very, very fun. No, you were out there the other day with Megan riding at Avoca.
Yeah, got some good waves. It was it was a good little point wave there, so perfect for this. And same thing, like with that rolled bottom, as opposed to sort of getting back and having to, you can sort of turn this board from anywhere on the board.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, you don't have to get right back, you can be in the centre.
And you can still turn it easy enough.
Turn it from any part of the board, which I really like, because when you're up and down a lot, it's nice to be able to adjust your trim and things like that when you're riding, not having to run all the way back to the board.
Yeah, nice. And we've kept the construction the same for this season. So this is an EPS board, so it's 35 kilo density foam. It is stringed, but we've also got double layer of bamboo top and bottom. So the thought process behind that was to keep the board sort of fairly light, so it's not too heavy like a traditional log is, but also to keep that strength and give it, I guess, more of a PU feel in the water than chattery epoxy longboards can be sometimes. So it's a nice little blend of weight, so it's pretty light, but strong, and gives it that feel of a traditional PU log. So cool. So mate, this board is pretty much for anybody just wants more of a traditional feel of a longboard that can get out on the nose and sort of run up and down and dance around.